welcome back to the Coding Maniac. So today in this video, I'll be discussing a very important concept of JavaScript, that is the this keyword and the different types of bindings that we can use with the this keyword. Now we all know that the this keyword can get a bit difficult to understand at times. This is because of the fact that we do not know when and how to use it properly, so that it can lead to desired outputs. So yeah, let's just get started. I'll create an object, let's say user. This will basically contain the attributes associated with the user. Let's just take just two attributes, name and age. Let's say name is Peter, and let's just take age as 22 because my age is 22. Yeah. So let's also take a function change age. What this function will do is it will change the age of the user as per the parameter supplied by the user. Okay, so let's just say function, and let's name the parameter as new age, which is the age passed by the function call. We'll have to change the age of the user as per this new age, so we can do this dot age is equal to new age. So yeah. So yeah, you have to note one thing. This which I have used inside this particular function change age is the main motive of this tutorial. What I want to be doing is I will call this particular function change age by different methods so as to see what the context of this keyword is inside this particular function. So yeah, so if I ask you in general, I'll have to call this particular function change age. How can I do? It's quite clear. I'll have to do user dot change age. Yeah, that's quite obvious, I guess. Yeah. So let me pass the age as 23, and what I'll do is console log yeah user. Okay. So let's see. I must get an output here. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. The age is changed to 23. So do you understand what happened here? This is just a normal call to the function. Now this is called as implicit binding. Why is it called implicit binding? Because we are basically implicitly telling the function to take as user in quotes, user as the context of this in that particular function. So that is what implicit binding is. We are implicitly telling it. Okay, so now this inside the function will be the context of this will be resolved as the user object. Okay, so yeah, I guess we are done it. We are done with implicit binding. So now let's just take explicit binding. Okay, and in that only I'll also tell you what default binding is. Okay, so in order to explain it, what I'll do is I'll just remove this function, and I'll take a different function outside this object. Let's just say function change name. Okay, so this function will behave simply like that only, new age, and what I'll do is this dot age is equal to new age. Now that is the twist here. I've used this inside this function too. So now if I ask you, I have to call this function. How can I call? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I? Let's just say 24. Can I do this? No. It doesn't work. It will show an error. It's an error. Why is it showing an error? Because change name is not a function associated with the user. It's not a property of the user. So I cannot do this. So if I have to call change name, I'll have to call it independent of the user. So if I do this, let's say I'll pass 24, what will happen? Did it change the age? No, it didn't change the age. Actually, if I pass 24 inside change name, it doesn't make sense, because this here doesn't refer to user. Why would it refer to user? It doesn't know what this is. It doesn't know. This inside this particular function will refer to something other than user. Let's say what it will refer to. I'll console. No, I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, I'll put this in quotes and I'll console log this in this. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. It's showing an error. Why is it showing an error? In 24, console is not defined. Yeah, typo. Okay. Yeah. So the you can see the output is coming out as window. Yes. This inside this function refers to window. So does that make sense now? This is because it's because of this that the value was not changing, because it doesn't know what this is, so it will defaultly refer to as window. This is known as default binding. That is, any function by default will have the context of this as the window only. Okay, so you must understand this. Whenever we are calling this we are using this inside any random function, it will automatically refer to window. It doesn't know anything else, it doesn't know any better. Okay, so I guess you understood that. I'll get back to explicit binding. Okay, this concept was essential in order to understand that. Now I'll get back to my previous question. I want to change the age of this particular user Peter. How can I do this? I cannot use user dot because it is not part of the user. So for this, explicit binding comes into play. It can be done in three ways. By using let's just discuss first way, by using call method. Okay, so call method is a very simple method. Let's just discuss it. What should I be doing is, I will call change age in a similar fashion. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll use dot call, and the first parameter to call will be the object which you want to be the context of the this keyword inside this particular function. Does that make sense? Yeah, so let's just give the object as user, and the second parameter will of course be the actual parameter which the function wants. Let's just say 25 this time. Okay, now let's see what's the output gonna be. Is there an error? Change age is not defined. Oops. Oh, I name it as change name. I must name it change age. Okay, that was the uh, typo, I guess. So the error must be resolved now. Why is it still showing the error? Change age is not defined. Oops, typo again. Okay, the age is changed to 25. So that is what explicit binding is. We can use call function. So I'll also discuss another method for this particular task. Let's just say second way, that is by using bind keyword. What bind does is, bind is almost similar to call, but instead of calling that function, it will return another function which has a context of this associated with what we supplied it with parameter. So let's just say I'll no let's just create a function expression where, let's just say f2 is equal to change age dot bind, let's just say user, yeah, simply user. So what it will do is, it will return another function which is a copy of this function, but it has the context of this as user. Did you get it? Let's just try it. I will call f2. I will call f2 and I will supply parameter as 28. Okay, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it works fine. Now the age is 28. So this is the gist of it. What it does is, I'll repeat, it will return another function which is a copy of change age. What it will do is, the context of this inside the new function will be the first parameter supplied to bind. Okay, now when we call f2, we need not do any implicit binding, or we need not tell it the context again, because it already knows the context of this. Okay, so there's actually another way, that is the third way. We can use apply, which is almost similar to call. I'll give this one as a homework to you all. This is very simple. You can just look it online. It is just an extension or an alternative to call. Okay, so by this I will end this. Thank you all.